What's going on? We back with another video, another video, and your boy CJ Goodfella, with the boxing clinic. Talk about Adonis Superman Stevenson. I mean, Chicken has been, in the news lately. Of course, he just fight and had a spectacular knockout. And shout out to Yahoo sports writer Kevin IoLe. I hope I said his name right, man. Always doing some good shit, man. He's one of the good boxing writers or sports writers out there, man, that I really try to pay close attention to when I have time. And I really like his work, you know what I mean, for the most part that I've seen from him. He did a piece on Adonis Stevenson, basically blaming everything on Al Haymon as far as the matchmaking. He thought Adonis Stevenson said, Al Haymon negotiates the fight. He's the world champion. He's the world champion negotiator. I'm the world champion fighter, and my job is to get in shape and fight whoever he tells me to fight. I post a link in the description for the article, Yahoo Sports. But it sounds about right. But Kevin Iole at the end of the article made a very good observation. He said he's sure Al Haymon sits down with the trainers, whoever, the other co-managers, and the fighter, and see what they want to do and their input on it. It's hard for me to believe that Al Haymon says, I see Adonis Stevenson, I want to see him fight Marcus Brown, or he just makes these matchups out the blue. I just find it hard to believe. As a manager slash matchmaker, really what he is, I find it hard to believe. He's the negotiator, but he's not the matchmaker, per se. He's just not, pulling shit out his ass. I'm pretty sure the matchmakers sit down with the trainer and the fighter and the whole team and see what they want to do. I remember when Danny Garcia fought Lucas Matisse, and at the end of the last press conference they had when Danny Angel went crazy, he said we had 3 names on the table, but we chose to take Matisse. Al Haymon then chose that fight for them. He gave them 3 options, and they chose to take the Matisse fight. So that shows you that, Adonis Stevenson has options. And, he goes on, and the article says, of course, he wants to fight Kovalev, but it hasn't been easy to make. But we all know that he jumped ship from HBO to Showtime, which looked like a cowardly move to most, but was the best career for his move. It's the best career a boxer had made, since then, in my opinion, because he's getting paid major money. More money than Kovalev probably made with Ward on the average fight. His average fight to fight nobodies, the mid-level guys. So you can't tell me that's not a great move for his career, as far as for him financially. And then he's the king of boxing in Montreal, up there in Canada. So, he's good. He's living in that box thinking that he's hot shit and a hot shot. But outside of Montreal and Canada, he's seen as a bitch, a chicken, a hoe. I'm not saying that I share those sentiments as much, but people are frustrated with him. A lot of boxing fans, UK, wherever, the Ukraine, motherfuckers who watch boxing, Mexicans, are frustrated with him because he's the logjam at light heavyweight division to stop to see an undisputed champion. He's the true lineal champion. However, if they want to strip him on the ring back, whatever they want to do, he's the true lineal champion. He beat the guy. He beat Chad Dawson. However you feel about Chad Dawson coming back in weight after the Andre Ward thing, but he beat him. He was the first to the motherfucking buffet to do it. But still, man, the shit's sad, man. It's really sad. He's going to put the blame on Al Haymon. I know Al Haymon don't care about taking the blame. And I know people, don't know Al Haymon's connection to boxing. His brother was a boxer from Cleveland, Ohio. And that's probably why he has some, that's why he's probably, put so much money with Adrian Broner. He's from the Ohio area as well. So he has that connection there. So, it is what it is, man. And, this guy doesn't want to fight. Even though, he won the Porsche bid to fight Kovalev the second time. Kovalev had the HBO connection where he didn't want to fight on PBC because he was contractually obligated to fight on HBO. If Kovalev loses to Andre Ward, I think this fight more prone to happen. That's the most positive thing that can come from, Andre Ward and Kovalev losing. But shout out to everybody. We gone.